Welcome back to Innovative Insights with Karl. Today we're diving into a crucial topic, the wisdom to steward wealth. Now, if you've been following our series, you've been already exploring the investment ethics and the power to get wealth. Now, we're taking on that a step further. We're not just talking about acquiring wealth, but what to do with it once it's in your hands. Let's start with a common issue. Many people map out where their money is going before they even receive it. Now, you may think that sounds responsible, but it often leads to poor financial decisions. Why? Because when the money finally hits your account, you've already committed it to bills or expenses without considering other, possibly better options. On the other hand, some people don't plan at all. They get their paychecks and don't know what to do with it. Either sits idly in the bank, whether that makes sense safe to you, it doesn't actually work for you, or it's kept as cash, where it's easily accessible and more likely to be spent on non-essentials. Worse, some invest in questionable platforms, chasing quick returns, only to end up losing it all. And then, of course, there's the default option, using it to pay bills, but whenever persons have funds, whatever's left is spent on those bills without much thought. But here's the core message for today. When you are a salary paid person, you are a very powerful person. Let me say that one more time. When you are a salary paid person, you are very powerful. I'll tell you why. Think about it. Every monthly clockwork, you have funds coming in every month, back to back. The problem is we've been conditioned to prioritize paying bills first. After that, what's left often goes towards unscheduled spending, trying to live lavishly, or even getting into debt, trying to maintain a lifestyle we can't afford. Now, that brings us to a crucial point, and you have to follow how we got here. Wealth isn't just about having money. We covered that in our last video. It's about knowing how to manage and grow it. Stewardship is key. That's what the video is all about. It's not just about having power. It's about balancing that power with wisdom. You need to know what to do with your wealth. Let's discuss power and stewardship for a moment. The wealth you have isn't originally yours. Even if you don't believe in God, think about it. Your wealth doesn't start with you. It comes from somewhere else. Maybe a job, a business deal, even luck. Every cent you receive has its origin in someone else's spending. Now, if you believe in God like I do, you know that wealth ultimately comes from Him. Our eternal Father, it comes from Him. We've covered this in our last video. God gives the power to get wealth. This is where the balance between power and wisdom comes from into play. Yes, money gives you power, but without wisdom, that power can lead to poor decisions. And here's the truth. The wealth we get isn't just for us to enjoy. It's a responsibility. We are stewards of that wealth, tasked with managing it in a way that really honors its true origin. Now, we are all about having innovative insights. So let me give you some practical applications of what we're discussing now, okay? So this will allow you to steward your wealth effectively. We'll focus on four major areas. The first area is stockpiling. Now, what does that mean? This involves accumulating resources for future use. It's about ensuring you have a financial cushion and resource available when needed. Now, I want you to consider something. Having a robust savings account. That's one idea. Another idea, building an emergency fund. Another also you can do is invest in assets that appreciate over time. You're not just sitting and looking at funds in a bank account. You're placing your funds in an environment that it can grow over time. Saving for significant or future purchases or investments. Now, let's look at a second one, instant transfers. You may hear the word instant, but it doesn't mean instantly accessing your funds. It really means focusing on directing funds quickly and efficiently to where they are needed. It's about optimizing your cash flow. Now consider this, directing funds into a high yield savings account. That means the funds are not in your possession, but they're still yours, but they're somewhere else growing. You can also do setting up automatic transfer to investment accounts. The gist here is instantly from the time your funds leave your account and they go into this environment, they're growing. Okay. Allocating funds to necessary business expenses or operational costs. So that means your business or whatever isn't suffering because the funds are not there. And this is one of my passion projects. Allocating and investing in real estate or other tangible assets for immediate impact. So the concept of instant transfer is moving the funds from your bank account and placing it into a location that have instant, quick mobility and growth. Now, as we all know, crypto distribution is very key in changing technology. This involves managing and distributing your cryptocurrency holdings strategically. Don't just hold it in an account. Place it somewhere it can grow. It's about maximizing the value and the impact of digital assets. I want to consider something. Investing in a diversified range of cryptocurrencies is a really great way of using crypto. Using crypto savings to earn interest. You're not just having your cryptocurrency in a wallet that's there. That's geography. It can be sitting early in a bank or sitting early in a wallet. Either it is not growing, but you place your cryptocurrencies in a high earning interest account on some platform, they grow. You also participate in staking and yield farming to grow your holdings. And that may sound elaborate terms, but all you're doing is taking your cryptocurrency and placing it somewhere where those persons are using it and they benefit and you benefit as well. Okay. And also you can also allocate your funds to charitable causes using cryptocurrency. And we're going to come to our last one, ongoing deposits. This phase emphasizes consistent and strategic deposits to foster growth. Let me say that one more time. This phase emphasizes consistent, not deposit now and wait on something to return and then only deposit. That is old mindset. Okay. The consistent mindset is you're consistently depositing something strategically to foster growth and support various needs. Now we want to consider something. Since you're doing this on a consistent basis, you're going to benefit you're going to replenish server funds. The organizations where you place these funds at, that organization can cover their overheads. So that you're investing in the operational stability of whatever entity you put your funds in. Also, this is very key. Reinvesting in your personal and professional development. Don't forget about yourself. You're investing in these programs online, but what about you? You must invest in yourself. And also, let's look at supporting startup companies. This is one of the things that me and my wife are very passionate about. Supporting startup companies and investing in local businesses. Imagine that you can place your funds and help other persons. Your funds don't have to stay in your bank account where they're not really growing. Just change the location of your funds. Help small businesses as they flourish, your finances flourish as well. How awesome is that? And also contributing to the community projects for national development. So understanding all these concepts, wealth coming from God, we must consider a Bible verse here. Proverbs chapter 3, verses 9 to 10. And this it reads, honor the Lord with your wealth, the first fruits of all your crops. Then your barns, most of it don't have barns, but in biblical time they were, will be filled with overflowing, and your vats will brim over with new wine. Imagine that. Now, understand the essence of this scripture. This scripture teaches us the importance of honoring God with our wealth. Imagine that. The funds are coming from Him, and you're honoring Him with it. By giving the first part of all our earnings to God, we align ourselves with the different principles of stewardship. You're stewarding the funds that God gave you. This act of faith and gratitude leads to abundant blessings and prosperity. Now, I want to understand this. If you want to encapsulate all that in one sentence, that is the honor and abundance. When you prioritize giving and honoring God with your wealth, you are not just following a spiritual practice. You're not just, toeing the line. You're doing it because you're told to do it. You're setting yourself for financial success. It's about placing your trust in a higher purpose and experiencing the overflow of blessings that come from such generosity. So in conclusion, I want persons to really understand the power, the purpose, and the passion of wealth is not only for you, it's for others. And as you pour yourself into this, it will benefit others tremendously. I want to thank you for watching Innovative Insights with Karl. I'll see you in the next video. Until I want you to remember something. Until then, be wise, be powerful, and most of all, store the wealth, but do it well.